When a property settlement drags on, it's not just about money, it's about stability. You might be stuck in the family home you can't sell, carrying debts you can't clear, or missing out on financial security you need for your kids. Meanwhile, your ex-spouse's delay puts your whole future on pause. But here's the key. Family law has built-in mechanisms to stop this from happening if you know how to use them. I'm Hayder Shakara, Director at Collective Family Law Group, and today we'll go through the legal steps you need to take to get your property matter underway and moving forward. When an ex-spouse delays property settlement, it's rarely just about needing more time. Legally, there are a few very common reasons. The first are issues with disclosure. The Family Law Act imposes a duty of full and frank disclosure. That means each party has to reveal all assets, liabilities, superannuation, trusts, and financial resources. Some spouses drag their feet here, failing to provide documents, undervaluing assets, or hiding income through companies or family trusts. We've seen it all. Sometimes a delay is deliberate. For example, if the property market is rising, one party may stall hoping to capture a bigger share of growth. If there are businesses involved, they may delay finalizing valuations or produce incomplete financial records in order to show a lower valuation of the business. Or in extreme cases, they're waiting for the other party to run out of money or patience and hoping that they're just going to settle for less. Divorce isn't just legal, it's personal. Some ex-spouses simply aren't emotionally ready to cut financial ties, so they drag things out. So what can the courts do to move things along? If your ex doesn't hand over documents, you can issue subpoenas to banks, accountants, or even employers. The court can also make cost orders against the party who refuses to disclose all of their financial documents. If you can't agree on property or business values, the court can appoint a single expert valuer, and this prevents one party from stalling with multiple competing valuations. Once you do have that single expert valuer, you can push that valuer along, and the valuer can make findings based on the material that's in front of them. Another strategy that you might think of doing is applying for interim orders with the court. While the case is ongoing, you can apply for interim orders, for example, access to funds for legal costs or requiring the sale of a property to release cash. One of the most common examples would be applying for a property that you or your ex-spouse owns to be listed for sale on the market, because this can often create a source of tension and create delays if one party is deliberately dragging their feet on listing the property for sale when you know that that property is going to have to be sold eventually, and you don't want to keep paying for any outgoings or expenses as a result of holding onto the property in the meantime. Take Michael and Anna, for example. Michael owned a business and delayed disclosure for over a year, claiming he was still collecting financial records. Anna came to us after months of frustration. We filed proceedings, subpoenaed the business accounts directly from the accountant, and had a single expert valuer appointed. Within 6 months, the case was resolved in a court-ordered mediation because we had the valuation done of the business. In that case, because there was a paper trail of requests for financial documents and Michael's failure to produce those financial documents, we managed to get a portion of Anna's costs at the end of the proceedings. So that's a lesson for you. If you are the party dealing with an ex-spouse who won't move, keep everything in writing. Don't rely on verbal promises. Don't wait until the deadline. File early to protect your claim. Push for disclosure and valuations throughout the court case, and seek interim orders if you're stuck and you can't progress the matter. At our family law firm, we see it all the time. Delays feel frustrating, but the law has clear processes to keep things moving. The key is not to wait until deadlines loom. The earlier you act, the more control you have. Speak to me and my team if you have any questions, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.